let's see, who accepts the stream? All right. Twitch has accepted the stream. YouTube has accepted the stream. And Facebook has accepted the stream.
All right.
You ready to start your show?
I'm ready.
Okay, you see the timer on the screen?
I do.
When it says on the air, you're on the air, okay?
Sounds good.
Do you want me to send you the link, by the way, so you can share it right now?
Yeah, please.
Okay, let's do that. I'll send it to you through, is Messenger okay, or do you prefer another way?
Messenger's good because I can do it
Cool.
right on the phone, I think.
All right, well, let's see here. All right. All right, there's the link. All right, now let's send it to you. Okay, you should have it.
Not yet.
Any second. I put it right after where it said drive slowly, you can park in my driveway.
I see that, and I see thank you, and that's all I see.
Is there a way to refresh your screen?
That's what I'm looking for now.
Every phone's a little different. Sometimes you swipe down and it refreshes it. And on other phones, you have to actually quit the app and reopen it.
Well, you've already shared it on Facebook, right? I mean, it'll go right to the live screen? Or do I have to go on Facebook to do it?
No, it is on the Think Twice Radio live stream feed, Facebook.
Okay.
So yes. So if you want, I'll show you how to get to that. Here. Let's see here. I think on yours, you're already in it.
I'm already in it, yeah.
All right, so just type Think Twice Radio. And let's try this one. There it is, except we don't want that one. Let's put spaces in there. All right,
Okay.
let's put Think Space Twice Space Radio.
Think space twice,
Well, in other words, just think.
right?
You got it. You got it. Go ahead. I'll search that. There it is. That's it.
Okay. Now,
And then you see that round thing? That means you're on the air. And there you
Okay.
are. And then here's the link. If you click on these three dots, copy the link. There you go.
oops.
Means you're on the air. And there you
Okay.
are. And then here's the link. If you click on these three dots, hit this. Copy the link. There you go.
Now, did I do that or no? I didn't get on the link, right?
Okay, copy the link. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's in your buffer.
Okay. And then I go back to here.
Yeah. Better go back again and again. There you go.
And there it is. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay.
It worked.
When you're ready, I'll start the timer.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Good evening and welcome to the Essentials of Everyday Living. I am the Reverend John Shred. You can call me John. You can call me Rev. You can call me Jester, whatever you want. Just call in. The number is 716-202-8430. Tonight I want to talk about, since this is the first show, and I want to talk about how we're going to do the show from now on. We're going to make sure that in the beginning we give you all the housekeeping information and what's going on, where it's going on, and how it's going on, and all that other good stuff. So I want to talk about right now, I have a center in Buffalo, New York, and it is at 964 Kenmore Avenue. And the center is a place where people can grow spiritually. One of the things that I'm very big on is your spiritual development and your path to your own spiritual development. So the center is called Sage Center. It's at 964 Kenmore Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14216. I have to put the glasses on because this print is small. The number is 716-262-0467. We have classes ongoing there, and we have new classes. You can reach us at mysagecenter@verizon.net, or you can go on to www.sagecenterpromotions.com. We have some of the classes coming up. On Tuesday, we are going to have Know Your Stones. On Wednesday, we have Beginning Spiritual Development, where it's all for beginners. We also have a healing night on Thursday, October 17th. We have Claim Your Space from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, October 19th, and that's with Ellen Marie Beagle. And then we're going to have a movie night. And this, normally what we do on movie night is we watch a movie and see how it pertains to our spiritual development and all that information. But this month, it's going to be a fun night. We're going to watch Hocus Pocus. So if you would like to, please let us know and come to the center. It's open for classes right now. And October 16th, I believe it is. I'm sorry, the 23rd is Pendulums Night. We're going to learn all about pendulums. And if you are interested in coming to a class or learning more about something, please let us know at mysagecenter@verizon.net, and we will get back to you, and we will hopefully be able to give you some information. This weekend is a very big project for us. We are having our first in a very long time Psychic Fair and Expo. It is going to be held at the Grapevine Banquets. That's located at 333 Dick Road in Depew, 14043. And that is going to be Saturday, October 12th from 11 to 6, and Sunday, October 13th from 11 to 5. We're going to have readers there. We're going to have vendors there. We have a lot of information going out, and some of the readers are Mariceli Antonetti, Mary Coppola, Michelle Hall, Joanne Ventrilla, Antonio Torres, Joel Staples, and I believe that's all as far as the readers go. We're also going to have different businesses, Aquarian Expressions, Rachel Cialek. She's got some really nice baths, and you sit in the bath, and it's really good stuff. I can attest to that. We have Sue and Lisa's Crafts, Bead Dazzle Jewelry Design, Color Street, Glitter by Bridget, which is paparazzi accessories, Sweet Treats by Dee. The Sage Center will be having some things there. We've got stepping stones, some statues, some incense, some Palo Santo sticks. Then Mellow Slow Minerals, Witchezen, and Tupperware. So come on out to see us. The admission is $10, and we will have it available Saturday and Sunday. It starts at 11 o'clock both days, and we look forward to seeing you. One of the things that I'm very concerned with is people's personal path to spiritual enlightenment. And that's really different because I want to help everybody get to where they should be. And my belief is that before we're born and incarnated into a physical body, we talk to the Creator and we say we want to experience A through Z and 1 through a million, whatever the amount of things that you need to experience is. So as we do that in our life, certain things happen. We already know from a soul standpoint of what is coming up. And that's a soul contract, is when you make it with the Creator and you say you want to experience stuff, that is what you're doing, is you're saying that you need to experience life for this reason. Some people experience for all different types of reasons. Some people don't understand the reasons that they do until they're ready to leave this earth. So with that soul contract, what we're trying to do each and every day is we're trying to learn what we're supposed to. And that's the reason I call this the essentials of everyday living, is because of the fact that these are things you need in order to live your life. Will you live without them? Yeah, sure. But it's nice to have them. It's nice to know some things. It's nice to know some spiritual things for your own spiritual development. Now, be aware, there's a difference between spiritual development and religion. Religion is man-made. Spiritual development comes from within. It also comes from the souls, the spirits that have gone before you. So one of the things you have is you have the soul contract, then you come into life, and you're born, and you're a little baby, and blah, blah, blah. But unfortunately, you forget everything, okay? The stuff in between birth and death is what means the most. You have to follow the way you live. Some people don't care about religion. Some people don't care about spirituality. Some people don't care about living. They just do what they want to do. Call in to discuss the topic with me. Again, the number 716-202-8430. One of the things that has been happening in my life lately is there's been death, which death is just the physical body dying. The spirit never dies. We are still one spirit inside. So people, I am a psychic medium, and I've been doing this type of work since I was a very young boy. I did my first reading at 8. I do see spirits when I was younger. I used to play in my room, and for those of you who don't know, I played alone a lot, but I was never alone because I was with some people. I was with the spirit world. I grew up in the South Buffalo area, and in South Buffalo, for those who are not familiar with it, you have a house, a driveway, and a house. They're right on top of each other. I had the middle bedroom, and every night for quite a long time, I had to look out the window and talk to a farmer and his ox that was there. I did not see the house across the driveway. I saw farmland. And I talked to this man for I don't know how many years. I couldn't tell you how long I talked to him. I just remember doing it. I also remember my mother was a great intuitive, and she would listen behind me and discuss. Not discuss. She would make sure that I was okay. So I would talk to this man, and as I grew up, I started realizing that imaginary friends aren't that imaginary. A lot of people tell their children, oh no, you don't want to talk to them. They're imaginary. They're not there. And the fact is they are there. A lot of children see these spirits. There's TV shows about children who have experienced different things, different spiritual phenomenon, and they remember things about their life prior to coming into this world. If you ever get to see it, I forget the exact name of it, but it's a really good program. Couple good programs on it. And with this, I've learned that the spirit world exists along my world, my physical world. So when people say to me, how can you talk to somebody that's not there? I said, they're there. When somebody passes away, you don't say they're gone. They're physically gone, yes, but they are still spiritually around. They're able to move from one part of the world to the other, where we cannot do that in our physical bodies. We have to take a bus, we have to take a car, we have to take a plane, whichever way we do it. But the spirit world, they can just go straight on, and boom, 1 minute they're sitting here in this room with me, and the next minute they are at the North Pole. It doesn't matter. So by this, we're talking the spirit world and communicating with them. And a lot of people find it fascinating, and other people find that it's terrifying. Other people believe it's from the devil. Other people believe that we shouldn't do it at all. But what's the difference between the physical and the spiritual? We're all the same. Just one has mass and the other doesn't. So with the soul contract, that's what you go on, and that's what you do. So one of my favorite topics, jokingly, is death. I love talking about death. I love seeing what people think happens when somebody dies. I have had the pleasure of being there when somebody has passed away. My mom, my dad, and I was able to watch it. And yes, it brings sadness, but you also have to realize that the pain is gone. Just yesterday, I found out that my older cousin passed away down in Florida, not from the storm, but I think of natural causes. I'm not 100% sure yet. A month ago, a friend of mine of 40 some odd years passed away. And these people are still around. Now, I'm not saying that they're sitting with me right now. They may be doing other things, but they are still there. Their spirit lives on, okay? So call in and talk to me about the spirits. Call in and talk to me about what's going on, and we really can have a great conversation. I also, like I said, I'm a psychic medium, and I can give you information that somebody is wanting to convey to you from the other side. The number again is 716-202-8430. I do have to put on my glasses every now and then to make sure that I'm checking everything, so we don't want things not to be seen. So with being born and living your life, so many of us don't understand that on the other side, and when I say on the other side, I mean the spiritual side, that is 100% love. There is no negative on the other side. There is no time on the other side. There is no hurt on the other side. Will a spirit say to me, you know, I was hurt when I was on earth? Yes, they will. Will they say to me they were negative when they were on earth? Yes, they will. And it's really amazing, because as a psychic medium, you don't always get the information the way I'm speaking right now. You all can hear me and you understand my words. When you're a psychic medium, you only hear 1 or 2 bits of the information. You don't hear the entire thing. So it's really interesting when you connect into the spirit world and you decide you're going to try to talk to a spirit and you can't get all the information. I do teach classes. I'm teaching the spiritual development. I will teach private classes if someone is interested in furthering their spiritual development. And your path to spiritual enlightenment is, again, one of the most important things, because that is your individual growth, your spiritual growth. Don't let anyone tell you differently that spiritual growth is not important. Spiritual growth is important, because if you do not learn what you were supposed to learn this lifetime around, guess what? You're going to have to repeat it. And I know from facts that I have repeated a lifetime once or twice because I did not learn. I continued in one lifetime to do something I did in a past lifetime. All our lifetimes are connected. All the people around you are usually connected. So it's very interesting to try and get in touch with the spirit world, even if you don't recognize the spirit world. Some people will say to me, you know, I'll be doing a reading, and some people will say, well, wait a minute, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'll try to explain a little more. And what ends up happening is if they don't understand it, I will let it go. And I will say, okay, I didn't connect right, or you couldn't understand, or whatever it was that I was trying to do. So you have skeptics out there that are going to try and get it to where you cannot connect, okay? Some people will connect like crazy. Some people cannot. The readers I have coming to the Psychic Fair at the Grapevines on October 12th and 13th, some of them, I have not been read personally by them, but some of them I have, and they're very good. They understand where they're coming from. They understand how to connect. Some will read tarot cards. Some will read mediumship. Some will read psychically. There is a big difference between a psychic and a medium. Every medium is a psychic, but not every psychic is a medium. And a medium only means that you speak and converse with those that have gone before us. So with doing that, again, if you want a free reading tonight, call in 716-202-8430. It is live on Facebook. I'm not sure if, since I don't have my glasses on, I'm not sure if there are people who are watching it on Reverend Shred, okay? But if they are, they are. If they're not, they're not. It's one of the first ones. And it amazes me. And Tammy writes in and says, I'm truly interested in your enlightenment class. I met with you once and still listen to your reading. I would like to learn to get in closer touch with spirit. Contact me at my Sage Center at Verizon.net. You can go on John at SageCenterPromotions.com. That way we can get you in there. It is coming up. It is going to be, excuse me while I look at my notes, I think the 16th. So it's coming up this Wednesday, the spiritual development class. It is, to me, it's the simplest thing, because I've done it for so long that I sometimes forget that people don't understand and have not done exactly what I have done and can do exactly what I have done. So it's a belief where I believe everyone should know how to do it because that's the way it is, but that's not always true, you know? So I have to learn how to explain to people that it is coming over and over, and you do have the ability. Everyone has the ability because we are all part spirit. So you have the ability to connect into the other spirits. Even if you don't understand it, you have the ability. Sometimes you'll hear you'll hear a voice, call your name or whatever. Sometimes you don't hear anything, and you might see a sign. Sometimes you hear your mother's favorite song without realizing it, and it's around the time that she would have been born or would have passed. And you sit there, and a lot of us will just say, oh, it's just coincidence. But guess what, folks? There is no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. It happens, and we're all connected. A lot of people will talk about things that happen, natural disasters, 9/11. That was one of the most horrific things for Americans in quite a long time. And believe me, the people that perished, they also they made that contract. They made the contract to go through it. And Mick, yes, I am sure. I am very sure about what I'm talking about. Because, again, I've been doing it so long that it's just second nature to me. And I firmly believe that God is not a vengeful God, as I was taught when I was a young boy and going to church. Why would God destroy someone's life only to teach them a lesson? I don't believe that. I believe that things happen. I believe that bad things can happen to very good people. And I do believe that people have to go through certain things because they've agreed. You made a contract to enlighten your soul and to go on that type of adventure, actually. So I agree, church is overrated, Mick, very much so. And we have to remember, too, with church, think about it going back to when people in general did not know how to read. They weren't scholars. The religious scholars were the ones that told people, you have to do this because God said you had to. Well, who are they to say what God told you to do? And you have to learn that they had to put you under their thumb so they could scare you. So religion is very much fearful, and it makes you scared of doing the wrong thing or the incorrect thing in your life. Hi, Jenny. And we are here to show people what it's like to be connected spiritually. Again, spiritualism is a religion in itself. Okay, we have Lily Dale, which is very close to us. You know, we're in Western New York, and that's very close. And we have this, and we don't necessarily connect all the time. I don't know if you guys watched the TV show with, there was the show Medium with Arquette, and there's Lisa Williams and Teresa Caputo, and they were walking up to people and talking about boom, boom, boom. And it's like, whoa, you know, the spirit world is not knocking on my door every time I turn around. You can control the conversation you have, just like you can control this conversation. If you are listening to me and you don't like me, you shut me off. Same with your phone. If you don't want to hear anybody, you shut the phone off. So, with that being said, I don't see how people could say that they can't shut off their spirituality, because you can. There's a lot of people who have put their spirituality on the back burner. My mom, for example, again, a great intuitive. She was, I can't begin to tell you how strong she was mentally and intuitively. Well, she was doing a reading for her sister-in-law, who was my aunt, and she told my aunt that somebody is going to be hurt in a fire, and they're doing something illegal. Well, it just happened that it was my aunt's husband, who is my mother's brother. He was burned in a fire, him and a friend of his, and he was doing something illegal. They were setting a fire for someone to collect insurance or something like that. I don't know the whole story behind it. But my mother got so upset that she could not warn him and tell him that she ended up stopping it, and she started getting migraine headaches, worse and worse and worse. And I think with a migraine, what happens, and I have to show my hands with this, is here's the spirit world. They're trying to get to you, and they just keep pounding in and pounding in. And if you are not listening and you don't open up spiritually, you can suffer a lot of headaches. Just take the fact, too, of people who are considered schizophrenic. Many of us connect with the spirit world and we don't even know it. And we talk to the spirits or we hear the voices. Guess what? A lot of schizophrenics, I bet you, are mediums, and they just don't know. So it's very interesting and very, very satisfying for me to be able to do this, okay? So, again, if you want to call and talk, give me a call. It's 716-202-8430. It is on there. It is up on the page, so we can do that. And I don't need to sit here every time talking for the full hour. I will be doing this once a month. Reverend Virginia McIntyre is on the first Thursday. I am on the second Thursday. We're both once a month, and we will be having different talks. Hello, Sue. And we just were joined by Sue. And we're going to be doing these calls once a month again, like I said. But the most important thing for me for this week is the Psychic Fair and Expo that's coming up. Again, it's October 12th and 13th. It's at the Grapevine Banquets, and that's at 333 Dick Road, Depew, New York, 14043. There'll be signs out there, green neon signs telling you where the event is taking place. Great banquet hall. I've gone there many times throughout the years. Again, we have classes galore. We have more classes, and we keep adding classes at the Sage Center. Okay, so this is the program. It's called Essentials of Everyday Living, and it's going to be ongoing, where we are going to hopefully converse with you and hopefully get you in here and hopefully help you to understand the spiritual aspect of life and why it is very important to you. If anyone would like to be a guest on my show, please feel free to write me at mysagecenter@verizon.net. You can come into the studio. We can do it on Zoom if we have to. There's no problem there. We've got about 34 minutes or more. The way I like to do things is I like to talk about whatever topic I'm talking and then take calls, and then we see how long it goes. Sometimes it's going to happen where we have nothing left after about 40 minutes and my voice goes a little rough, and other times we'll have too much that we can't even fit in. So if you are looking to get a free reading right now, we can do that, 716-202-8430. If not, you can write in on Facebook. Let me know what you're thinking so far. Let me know where you're going, and let me know how much your spiritual path is doing and what you're doing on your spiritual path. Because this is for you. It is not for me. I know a lot of stuff. I do think that each person you come into contact with is very important in your life for whatever reason. I must tell you, there are people that, the old saying, you have friends for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, is 100% true. I have had that many times in my life. I'm old enough to know that not everybody is my friend, and not every friend is going to stick around, and not every friend is going to leave either. So I have a lot of people that I know. I have a lot of people that I like. I have a lot of people that I love. One of the things you have to do, well, you don't have to do it, but one of the things I urge you to do is to let people around you know you care, okay? Because some people don't know that, and you really do find out a little too late sometimes. And there's people who I have had to stop being friends with, and it hurt at the time, but it was the right decision for me because they were not doing things proper in their life the way I thought. One of the things with spirituality and the such is it's your path. So if you feel that it is right to, at 8 o'clock in the morning, to jump up and down and yell, hallelujah, then guess what? You do it. And if people look at you like you're 100% nuts, oh, well, you know what? It's your path. It's not anybody else's path. It is yours, and you have to understand that what you're feeling, what you're doing is yours. I do have people who have talked to me and they've told me, so-and-so said I should be doing this. I felt I should too, and so I started, and then where are they now? They're telling me, no, don't do that. And it's like, oh, well, the thing is, it's your path, not my path, not hers, not his, it's yours. And yours path is what you need to do. And many people do not understand that their paths don't open till later in life. I was very fortunate. I did not have anyone stopping me and telling me what I was doing was wrong. So I was very, very lucky. And there are people who I know they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s who are just now starting to understand what their spirituality is about. And that's okay, because that was the way it was supposed to go. That was the way that they were supposed to learn. So again, the number's on the screen. You can call in for a free reading. I will connect with Spirit for you. I will tell you that there are a lot of things coming up in the end of the year, especially in the Buffalo area. And I want to say that don't listen to all the junk that's out there. All right. I'm a firm believer. I believe what I believe. All right. But I'm not pushing it down anyone's throat. That's why I keep saying these are my opinions and this is what I believe, because for me is not right for you. And I'm talking about people in general. So right now, we've had I don't know the word for it, so hold on and I'll get it in a second. The atmosphere of the United States for quite a while has been pit one against the other, all right? And I'm talking with political stuff. I'm not saying I endorse one over the other. I'm saying both sides of the aisles are fighting with each other and not getting together, all right? You have a whole bunch of people spreading lies. But then we look and things are happening in the natural world, such as the hurricanes and the tornadoes and the volcanoes erupting and the forest fires. What do you think Mother Earth is doing? She is saying, hey, I've had enough. And we, as the minuscule thing in the cog, the tiniest little thing, okay, we're fighting with each other when we could be getting along and we could be sending love to each and every one of us every single solitary day and make someone's life better for no reason. Not to get a slap on the back, not to turn around and say, oh, I'm a good person, not to do anything but other than to say, hey, I love you. Love is one of the biggest things. Like I said, that's what's on the other side. When you leave your physical body and you are what we consider deceased, you're going to find on the other side it's only love, okay? You're going to find out on the other side you still have things to learn, and you will learn, and they will be sent through the spiritual teachings and the such. But you also have to realize that on this side, in the physical, we need to send out a lot of love. We need to send out love to even the people we do not like. I don't want to say hate, but if you hate someone, just send them love. Send them some type of caring. One of the things I have been watching lately on television, and I do it as I scroll through, is stuff on ancient aliens. So we think that we're the only human people that have ever inhabited Earth. Guess what? Human, yes, but a lot of other things have inhabited the Earth as well. And my friend Reverend Lowell Shepherd has been teaching us on the meditation nights at the beginning of the month about extraterrestrial beings that threw their garbage here on Earth when Earth was first created. Earth was not the people that you see now, obviously, because things changed and all that. But this was a dumping ground for the extraterrestrials. That's why they're here. If you get the chance to watch extraterrestrials or ancient aliens, take a look at it, because some of the things are fascinating, how different parts of the world you had very similar beings, and they talk about the going in the sky and flashes in the sky and the such. So it's amazing how people can tell us that we shouldn't be spiritual. People will tell us we shouldn't talk to the deceased loved ones. You know, people tell me that all the time. I used to work with this lady, and she was a born-again Christian. She watched Benny Hinn, and that's how she became born again. And she knew what I did. And we talked about it one day. And I says, you know what? I says, from what I remember in my teaching, in my religious teaching, is Jesus healed the sick. Jesus talked to spirits. Okay, because, I mean, God was a spirit. Jesus spread love. Jesus raised the dead. I says, well, my Bible says be like Jesus. So I says, okay, I heal the sick. I talk to the dead. I says, I talk to spirits. I says, the only thing I don't do is raise the dead. I don't know how. I haven't learned that part yet, okay? I will tell you, though, that from now on, The program is going to be the same format. We will talk for about 15, 20 minutes. I know I've been talking a lot today. We've got about 25 more minutes left on the program. I'm not sure why the phone lines aren't ringing, because I would love to be doing some readings right now, and I would love to connect with Spirit. And I have that opportunity every time I'm living and I'm awake. I talk to them. A lot of people will also see spirits in their dreams. It's true. It happens. Okay. So with that being said, I'm getting a little parched. I should have brought my drink with me, but I didn't. And I am going to, again, reiterate what's going on. We have the Sage Center. That is a place where you can grow spiritually without any drama or judgment. It is a judgment-free space. You come there, you learn, you do classes, you take other classes, you do what you need to do, and it's your path. That is located at 964 Kenmore Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14216. The telephone number is 716-262-0467. We have in the front, we have a small retail area, which if you are attending the psychic fair, you'll see a lot of the items there. And then we have the big classroom in the back, which the classroom is also available for anyone who wants to rent it out for any celebrations, any parties, any classes they want to do themselves. And we do have a rental agreement there. Also, we have the different classes, Know Your Stones. We have healings coming up on the 16th. I'm sorry, the 17th, isn't it? Yes, the healing night is the 17th. This weekend is the Psychic Fair and Expo, and that is at the Grapevines Banquets, 333 Dick Road, Depew, New York, 14043. Then on Tuesday, we have Know Your Stones, which we are going to discuss 4 different stones every week. The 16th, we have the Beginning Spiritual Development. Any type, any level you're at, you can still come in. That we'd be happy to have you. The Healing Night is on Thursday. Claim Your Space is on Saturday. Movie Night, Hocus Pocus, on the 21st, and Pendulums on the 23rd. The classes there, they range in price. The Healing Night is $10. The meditation at the beginning of the month is $10. Know Your Stones is $15. The only thing we do ask is that if you are going to participate in any of the classes, that you do send us a note and let us know. You don't necessarily have to pay for that online. You can pay in person for most of them. But we want to make sure that we have enough room for everybody. So we have 30 chairs, and we don't want to have 50 people coming in for 30 chairs, you know? So that's one of the things. We also do open it up for people to come in and teach classes themselves. In November, we have a sound bath coming that I'm sure people will hear about on Virginia's show. And let's see. Let's talk about, for the remainder of the time, I want to talk about the actual physical part of passing away. I had the pleasure, and I do say pleasure because it was a great honor to be there when my mom passed away, okay? And I have to tell you, a friend of mine, the one I mentioned before, I've had her for 42 years, probably 42, I think it was. I unfortunately became her guardian because she became mentally unable to take care of herself. So she was in a nursing home, and I went to see her the night before she passed, and I knew it was time. And I am a reverend, I am an ordained minister, so I am a spiritual minister, and I could see the signs. So I told her, go. I said, it's okay to go and go with her mother. And the thing is, a lot of times you have to have people give you the okay that it's all right to go. because a lot of times people will not disconnect from the physical world for some reason or other. How do I know this is all true? Well, I'll tell you. When my grandmother, my father's mother, was passing away, she was comatose for a few days, and I don't remember exactly how long. And I remember I was going up to see her, and every time I would leave, I would say, "Good night, Grandma," you know? And this last time before she passed, the only thing I said to her was, "I love you." And I didn't say anything else. So we left, and later that afternoon, it was the middle of the night, we got a call that she passed away. So months or years later, I don't even know how long, we met with a psychic out in Lockport, my family and I. And we went there, and he was doing what he called a seance, and all it was he was connecting with spirit in a group of people after reading them individually. And he said, "I have someone here, an elderly woman, grandmother type. She's got an apron," and everyone in the group was of the same age or around the same age, and everybody had a grandmother with an apron. That's how my generation had it. Well, he looked, and then she says, "I love you too." And I knew right then and there that it was my grandmother. So I do know how it works. I do understand how it connects. I do understand how there's proof about how people connect and that the spirit world does live on. Okay. I've experienced it. I've taught it. I've taken classes on it, and I'm still here, still doing it. And hopefully I will be doing it for many, many years to come. I hope that my time on this earth is not over. I do believe that I will be older when I pass. You know, I do feel it. I do, again, want to reiterate everything that I have going on. I do personal readings under Reverend John Shred. I do readings over the phone. I do them in person. You can look on my website, which is revjohnshred.com. And that way, you know, you want a reading with me, you can schedule it. You don't have to do it on the air. It's amazing, though, how many times you do gallery or group readings and people will see that on the air, and they will also end up connecting. So if you're in a room of people and you're doing a reading, you know, or participating in a group reading, you can get a message that will pertain to you. It may not be meant for you, but it will be pertaining to you, and it will give you the information you need. It's very much a wonderful thing to be able to do. I have enjoyed it most of my life. There's been a few times when I wasn't sure, you know, and there's still times now where things amaze me. You know, the paranormal amazes me. People have given me readings that amaze me. So, you know, I'm not the only person in the world that does this. I'm not the only person in the world that connects to spirit. I'm not the only person in the world that has a spirit in me. Okay? Everybody has spirit in you. You are part spirit. That is what makes us so unique. That is what makes us so undeniably special. You know, we've got the spark of the Creator within us. The extraterrestrials do not. And we have a lot of information. There's a lot more to learn. There's a lot more that you're going to start seeing happening. Through the next couple years, you're going to find people popping up all over the place doing readings, popping up all over the place offering spiritual centers and spiritual classes and metaphysical gifts. It's all amazing, and it's just going on and on. And it is unbelievable. You know, it really, really is. It is a pleasure being here. We have about 15 minutes more. Again, the phone line's open. I'm not sure if anyone's trying to call, but it's 716-202-8430. I will take your calls on the air. Thank you, Tammy. I hope to see you too. And I want to tell you guys that what I do is not special. I know a lot of people will think that what I do is a special gift. It's not. It's only a matter that I've learned to use it. We all are spiritual. We all have the ability to speak to the deceased loved ones. We all have the ability to be in tune with nature, in tune with everything else. If you're feeling down or you feel off, go hug a tree, touch the grass. And right now in some areas you can't. But soon it'll be winter, and everything, what happens in the winter, it all dies. And it all goes into hibernation, the animals, and all of a sudden in the spring, boom, there it comes back and it blooms and we have life again. But that is the circle of life. That is the story of life, and that's the way it goes. You get to a point when, I don't know about anyone else, but me, when I was in my teens, I guess, my aunts would say to me, enjoy your youth. It goes fast. And I'm like, no, and think it really isn't going fast. And now that I'm in my 60s, it's like, oh, holy cow, that really did go fast. But you look throughout your life and things are happening so fast in your life sometimes that you don't have time, or you don't take the time to connect spiritually. Start teaching the children now to connect spiritually. They know more than us. They know how to do things, and they are learning at a rate that we would never have been able to do. Luckily, I started off very young in doing it. So with that, I'm going to just say a few more things. Again, I'm plugging my center as I told you, because the Sage Center is a place where you can grow spiritually without any judgment or drama. It's a great place. Come out and visit. Give me a call to just check into it. If you want to just see it, I can show it to you. If you want to attend a class, you attend a class. That's at 964 Kenmore Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14216. And then again, please, please, please come out to the psychic fair this weekend. I'm really starting to enjoy being able to do the fairs again. I started out years ago doing some psychic fairs, and there seemed to be too many. Then I switched to craft and vendor shows, and then craft and vendor shows with basket raffles. There seemed to be too many. And I'm on the right path now. I'm back to the psychic fairs. I'm going to do some craft and vendor shows. I have to get this out there to people. And again, we will be at the Grapevine Banquets at 333 Dick Road, Depew, New York, 14043, October 12th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. October 13th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. There is no Bills game this weekend. It's on Monday. So you don't have to worry about missing the game. Okay, so come on out, check out the vendors, support the spiritual community, and enjoy what you can enjoy. And remember, people, it's your life. Enjoy your life. Don't let anyone tell you you're not doing things right, because it's right for you. And I think with that, guess I'm a little early. We still got 10 minutes, but I think I've said everything I wanted to say. I used to broadcast where you couldn't see me, and I was on another venue or another, I don't know what you call the actual format. And what I would do is I would just go and go and go until I was done, because I let spirit tell me when to close my mouth. Because I can go on and on and on, and I've got a lot of stuff to do that too. But we've got about 10 minutes left, so I am going to say goodnight. I want to thank you for listening to the Essentials of Everyday Living. This is the Reverend John Shred. I hope to see you back the second Thursday of November. Thank you, and have a great night.